I want to give a caution. There will be blood in this video. As a professional broadhead tester, it's really important for me to show the damage caused by a broadhead, so please be forewarned. I was slowly stalking through the woods in the afternoon, and I saw some movement way up ahead, a few hundred yards in front of me. And with my binoculars, I could see some hogs, just a few of them, kind of milling around with this light behind them because it was the edge of a field, and they're in this swampy area. And so I just slowly stalked closer and closer. And I got to about 60 yards. And I ran out of cover. Like, I'd been able to put trees between me and them, but I just didn't see anywhere that I could do that. So I kind of crunched down and was just hoping that they would mill toward me slowly. I had the wind perfectly in my favor, blowing right into my face. But then they just slowly started moving off toward my left. And at first I thought that was it. They were gonna pick up speed and run away. Maybe I'd bumped them or they winded me or something. But then after going about, 50 or 100 yards, they just started bedding down again. And so then I decided to just try something new. I got on all fours and I just started crawling really slowly with my bow in front of me and just crawling like a hog would. And I figured as there's about 15 of them all kind of strewn throughout that area, and every once in a while one would get up and move and bed down in a different area, I thought maybe I'll just look like a hog. And so I did that really slowly, and I got closer and closer, and I got within 30 yards, and I figured, okay, now I'm just going to try to get the right shot. And then finally, the biggest one that I'd been eyeing for a while kind of came back a little bit, right at 30 yards, and bedded down broadside right in front of me. So I shimmied a little bit to get into position, zoomed in, and let one fly. Yeah. And this was an exciting one right here. I got within 30 yards. And then this big one, man, I was hoping to get this big one. Believe it or not, it's like a red one. You can't tell because it's in the mud. But I was hoping to get this big one and finally just position in just the right place, 30 yards, and just drilled it with the new Killer Instinct Logix 435. And it's using a Bishop Goat crossbow bolt and the new VPA Omega with bleeders, the 125 grade model. Man, I've been dying to test that out, and wow, did it put a smackdown on it. I mean, immediately I could just see the blood, and it was stumbling, and then it rolled back and fell in this mud hole that was so hard to get out of. But man, what an exciting hunt. Super excited. This is the biggest one that I've gotten in the last few days. Nice boar. Yeah, thank God. I watched it crash, so I didn't need to follow the blood trail, but just in case you're wondering about it, check this out. Man, it was incredible. I mean, it was literally a bloodbath. And then you can see here where the entrance hole was. And it looks a little far forward, but remember, it was like crouched down in a bedded position. So that was actually, that leg was right over the heart. And then here you can see the shield, this 1/2 inch of really thick tissue that is very difficult to penetrate. It was hard for my knife to get through it just to show this. And then I saw underneath that the leg bone that it had hit. Man, it was just blasted into a bunch of different pieces. Here's just a few of them, but that 4-blade single bevel rotation and super thick bleeder blade, man, they've really mangled that leg. And then here you can see the hole on the opposite side. It poked out the other side, and that just enhanced the blood trail all the more. And then I just briefly cleaned up the broadhead, and here it is, just looking brand new, ready to be touched up and used again.